QP and I would like to thank you for joining us on another adventure of cruising with SV Freya. This adventure begins with a quick wardrobe change in the car on the way to Las Terrenas. The road from Rio San Juan to Las Terrenas runs right along the beach on the north side of Dominican Republic. Maybe repeated hurricane damage has closed many of the beachfront hotels along this road, and eventually we had to cross over one mountain range that runs into the ocean. But that gave us some spectacular views overlooking the sea, and of course a chance for QP to do a bit of modeling. If you're not offended by artistic nude photography, please join us on Patreon or MeWe for more of this adventure.
We are here, Las Terrenas. It's very beautiful here. Coconut tree everywhere. Very nice. Morning.
This is Las Terrenas Beach. Wow, it must be high tide. Looks like much of the beach is washed away, so they put in a seawall. But the water is pretty, and the landscape is pretty.
Good morning. This is Las Terrenas. Good morning. We are in the Las Terrenas beach right now, and here shall be beautiful beach, but hurricane damaged some place.
Let me see if I can show some of the hurricane damage. It looks like it just washed the beach out. There's coconut trees that have washed into the ocean, and they're building seawalls. They're building seawalls in lots of places. The seawalls are definitely not attractive. But if you're into restaurants and hotels, this place has some very top-notch restaurants and hotels. Look a little ways down the beach and you can see the men working frantically to try to stop the waves from washing more trees into the sea. I admire their effort, but I think Mother Nature will eventually win. Since Las Terrenas was just a pit stop on our way to our real destination, let's get a move on. Traveling south and up into the tropical rainforest, we arrive at the trailhead for Limon Cascadas. After we paid 100 pesos for parking the car, they asked us for 200 more just to protect it. Then they needed 1,000 each for a horse and 1,000 each for a guide. No thanks, we want to hike by ourselves. No, your shoes are not safe, they said. We nearly had to fight just to be able to hike by ourselves without a guide. We did meet some guides along the way, and we took a look at their safety shoes, better known as flip-flops. The trail was indeed muddy and very steep, with lots of sharp rocks. What are you doing?
Walking.
Where are you going?
Go to the waterfall in here.
Limon Cascadas.
The road is terrible.
The road is very slippery and very muddy. We decided to leave the main trail and look for a nice private place to take some photos. After about an hour of wandering through the forest, we came upon a grass-covered hilltop, a perfect place for photos. QP says, "Everybody, let's dance." What happens in a tropical rainforest? Yep, we got wet and ran for the cover of trees. After another hour of wandering around, we found the trail to the waterfalls. QP couldn't wait to get in and wash the mud off from the trail.
I climbed in behind the waterfall and had a very cold bath. I love taking photos in waterfalls. So beautiful. Thank you, Nature Mother. Now look at me, very clean.
Limon Cascadas has a drop of more than 200 feet, and I did my best to get a shot of QP in front of the whole drop. Uh-oh, more people are coming. It's time for us to find another waterfall. QP never tires of dancing, especially with her nature mother. Our time in the park was at an end. Time to put on your mostly dry clothes, QP. We need to find a hotel before sundown. Next stop is Samana. We enjoyed sharing our adventure with you and hope you cruise with us again next time. Until then, farewell, fair winds, and following seas.